multiple summons to withdraw from her Mechanicus facility on Avarax, and we do not know why. Captain Akaran has tasked me to aid in your retrieval of the Magos biologist before the Tyranids completely engulf the mining base, causing unnecessary loss of data.
Orders confirmed, Magos. Atmospheric conditions are suboptimal to mission deployment and evacuation. This is as close as I can get you to the Longinus Gamma facility.
Target acquisition vectors are unknown. Best to keep moving and stay together. Projecting a sense of tactical dominance may deter it from attacking. For now.
Alien trespassers! Fresh magazine in. Reverse with caution, brothers. Stand and strike. Commencing Auspex scan. Rearming. Provides sufficient advantage against the Trigon.
Picking up extra rounds.
Speed up and stay close. All specs primed. Exterminate. Changing magazine. Resist the Tyranid wave. Another Xenos bioform eliminated. Fertilizer now, Xenos. Tyranid menace annihilated. Speed up and stay close. Tunnels towards our position.
Refocus.
Fresh munitions. Reloading. Ammunition cache here. A beacon of hope for a dark hour. Fresh munitions. Swapping like brace for subterranean rupture! We hold this ground, not the beast! Up and stay close.
lies just ahead, Meridian. Considering the Trigon's presence is incidental to our objective, utilize the lift to reroute closer to Metrian's key.
For the expedited. Fresh magazine in. Disgusting Tyranid scum. Rearming.
I have summoned the transport.
Perplexing. I have transmitted no authorizations.
Location security indefensible. Reposition frequently to compensate.
Clear visibility. Ceases.
And smooth. But rarely is it this literal. Swapping magazine.
Ignoel welcomes you to Longinus Gamma Bioresearch Facility. Please do not disturb the lift. It would be a waste. I have no music to play while you descend. Use the silence to contemplate your futile, brutal existence in service to a desiccated cause.
Magos Gallio, can you analyze this servo skull?
Viridian, the servo skull is enslaved to an unknown master. I am... Changes nothing.
Ignore the servo skull, brothers. It is clearly malfunctioning.
A suggestion: abandon Gallio's misguided vendetta against the Magos biologists. Do you know what Gallio and Nitrian achieved together in the past?
Ask about Project Zeta 6, if you ever...
Tech priests designed this facility to withstand any assault. Changing magazine. Eliminate the Tyranid bio.
That servant skull deserves extra, and so does whomever tampered with it.
I was worried you had fallen victim to Mitrian's mastery of malphonic disruptive frequencies, but now the uncomfortable sensation associated with relief cools my remaining skin. Be warned, Viridian. Mitrian cannot hope to stand against you alone, so she will lie and store in hope the has enslaved that servo skull as a crude mouthpiece. But give her word zero credibility for the mission's sake. And your own.
Pathetic Tyranid bombing.
Gathering supplies. Picking up extra rounds.
Stand resolute against the Xenos swarm. Arming melter bomb. Another Xenos bioform eliminated. Fresh magazine in.
You must turn back.
Exterminated. Injecting stims. Swapping magazine. The hive mind loathes our victory.
Weakest among them.
We must assemble here. Be ready.
Status. The facility is well stocked in mining gear. Requisition melter charges to eradicate the tunnels and halt the infestation.
It was behind you.
Melter munitions should be nearby. Melter charge sourced, brothers.
Exercise proper precautions when handling melter charges.
Melter fire will cauterize and fuse. Behold the glory of thermal purification.
To turn your weapons on each other.
Reloading. Raw gear acquired. Rearming. Kill that foe, lest it summon aid. Using crack grenade.
Tyranid scum.
Execution, decapitation, desiccation, defenestration,
Fresh magazine in.
infection. Would you like
Recent
to hear
Fine
more?
instrument of destruction in my hands. Xenos-infested thermal weapon.
Sterilize these burrows of Xenos. Xenos tunnel system has collapsed.
War gear.
Without organs.
Bells of fire will cauterize and fuse their tunnels shut.
Advance towards objective.
Gathering supplies. Fresh munitions. Lictor on horseback. Throwing crack grenade. Reloading. Ammunition cache here.
Drawing them closer.
Resupply.
And closer.
No telling.
Inside the facility, you'll find Metrian cowering in her data enclave.
Gallia, old friend of mine. If you missed our binaric discourses, you could have sent communication. I observe you still pathetically cling to thews of soft tissue. Remember, meat lacks efficiency, whereas metallic alloys stave off corrosion and degradation for far longer.
How far you have fallen, Ignoel, that I must drag you back into the light.
Stay close and sharp.
Three meat lackeys seems like overkill, Gallia. You think too highly of me. These poor, inert variables shall perish here, devoured by the Tyranids. And you do not care.
Metrian shut down power to the uplink terminals. You must resupply the generator with a backup power cell. She hopes the Tyranids will annihilate you, but she underestimates the second company.
Tactical pivot. Locate generator power cell.
I beseech you, Galio, bear witness to the summation of our divine arithmetic from long ago. Remember Project Zeta 6?
As my theorems predicted, your life vector has converged with renegade factors, and Zeta 6 was a waste of computational resources and one perfectly good Grox. Surrender now, and perhaps leniency can be granted after the mind grows.
You are a redundant functionary. Your Astarte shall die here, alone, in the dark.
all mine. Reloading. We broke the Xenos onslaught. Picking up extra rounds. War gear acquired. Rearming. This power cell should work.
Bring.
Darkness. How easily flesh parts deceive their perception.
Disruptor attempts to connect with our facility's network. Mithril will seize any opportunity to damage crucial data, which would deem this mission a failure. Do not let her connect to the consoles.
You shall have every last thought in her head to dissect, Magos.
I am copies of copies, backups of backups, and I degrade not. You have already fallen.
Secure that console uplink. We darkened this console, brothers.
Return to Mithril's containment unit. See, Mithril, the more you thrash, the deeper you set our roots.
All specs tag the zoanthrope. Moment, brothers. Xenos Psyker out, Matt. Xenos Advantage. Show them carnage. Rearming.
These tender claws of Astartes' flesh have accomplished nothing, Gallia. My machinations are already achieving my designs. You are fools, pests.
Science, Mithril. Meridian, confirm possession of her quivering mass of computational gray matter.
Another Xenos bioform eliminated. Shock grenade! base is in Viridian's possession.
Pilot, Meridian is ready for evacuation. Sending updated extraction coordinates to you now, Meridian.
Pathetic Tyranid abomination. Reloading. Another Xenos fire form eliminated. Reloading. Gathering support. No telling what surprises await. Fresh munitions.
Adversary condition detected.
Spec scan confirms this is the correct vector. Fresh magazine in.
Reload.
Rearming. Clear a blast radius. Swapping magazine. Be ready. Picking up extra rounds.
I cannot land with that burrowing abomination lying about. Deep scans have penetrated the atmospheric disturbances, and we treat
army. The Trigon has punctured another cruel way. Catch a melter charge. The thermal power of the Imperial will hold this infestation. All specs ready to scan. Purify the area of the chittering hordes. Eradicate the Xenos crawlways with the melter charges. Obliterate every last odious scourge!
Multiply will cauterize and fuse their tunnels shut.
Charges on the Xenos swarm spots! Exterminated! Try the offensive. Changing magazine. Gathering supplies. Activating all specs advantage. Administering self-aid. Melter bomb ready. Still fight!
Support protocol engaged.
Fresh magazine in. Brace for an assault from above. Strike incoming, brothers! Planting melter bomb. Swapping cauterize and collapse, brothers.
Sterilize these burrows of Xenos.
Four specs deep scan ready.
The Xenos blight the galaxy, and our hatred is the...
The thermal power of the Imperial will this infestation. Changing magazine.
Trigon kill confirmed. My congratulations, Meridian. The mission was a success, despite the odds.
Inquiry. What was Project Zeta 6?
Ignoel-Metrian and the historical dataset she possesses are for Mechanicus eyes only. But rest assured, she is in trustworthy hands now. You have my gratitude for your efforts, and I shall recommend some honorifics for your service, of course. There is much to pass, much to learn, and much to reminisce about.